Okay, so we start with Roxy and Shia arrive somewhere new.
Ah, all right. So another destination.
Yep, somewhere different. They're not home yet, though. Kind of sad for them, but where are they going to be?
It's true. They are trying to get home, but it seems they'll have one more stop at least before they're able to get back home to their own time. So Roxy asks the question we're all dying to know the answer to. Where are we this time? Where are we? And also when are we? Yeah.
So Shia says, I don't know, but then says, look out! Okay, now this phrase, look out, we use this as a warning to say that something bad is about to happen. Often that someone is going to hit something or that something is going to hit them.
So,
you're trying look out!
You're trying to warn someone before an accident happens or something like that. And what happens? Well, the time machine hits something, as if they're driving a car or riding a bicycle. When there's something in the way and you're moving into it, you will hit it. And if Roxy, of course, asks a good question, what did we just hit?
Okay.
Was it like a person? That would be terrible. Or maybe it was something, not so bad. So what did they hit?
Well, Shia says it looks like a really old airplane.
A really old airplane?
An old airplane, not a new one, an old one. So let's look at that word airplane. It's spelled A-I-R-P-L-A-N-E, airplane. It's our first word power word, so let's find out what it means. So an airplane is a vehicle that flies through the air and has one or more engines. For example, we will fly on an airplane when we go to Japan. We will fly on an airplane when we go to Japan.
All right, so they just hit an airplane.
An old
airplane. This could maybe be okay because no one got hurt, but it could also be very expensive because airplanes are, expensive machines. But then Roxy notices that it's not just an airplane out there. There are some people out there. And she says, who are those two men? They look pretty angry. Okay, well, I don't know who the men are, but I bet you that's their airplane.
That's their plane.
Don't hit people's planes.
No, well, the first guy seems to be called Orville.
Orville.
It's not a very common name these days.
Wait, it's Orville with a plane?
Orville with a plane. Stay with that thought. But he asks, who are you? Where did you just appear from? Okay, I'm trying to do an old time, 100-year ago voice.
Oh, okay.
Okay, anyway, so he used the word appear, A-P-P-E-A-R, appear. It's a verb, and it's our next word power word. So let's take a look at it.
Appear is a verb, and basically, when something is suddenly there and you can see it, it appears, all right? So maybe if you're a magician and you're doing a trick, you might make a rabbit appear out of a hat. The hat was empty, there was nothing in there, and then, hey, presto, magic happens, and the rabbit appears there. Something else that might appear very frequently or without so much magic involved is perhaps the sun. Right after the sun gets hidden by some clouds, a wind will come along, blow those clouds away, and now we can see the sun. It's as if it just suddenly is there. It appears as if by magic from behind that cloud. And weather is the topic of our example sentence. Rain clouds appeared, and soon it started to rain. Rain clouds appeared, and soon it started to rain.
Okay, so these guys, they want to know what's going on here. They may be a bit angry.
Right, Roxy and Shia could be in trouble.
But Roxy, she does the right thing. She apologizes straight away. She says, we're sorry for breaking your airplane. Notice we use sorry for something. That's the correct preposition. I'm sorry for this.
That's right. And the other man who they saw, he now speaks, and we learn that his name is Wilbur. So there's an Orville
and Wilbur.
And a Wilbur. And if you've studied your history, that those two names might, ring a bell, might make you think of something. But anyway, this guy Wilbur, this man Wilbur, he says, it's okay. It didn't work anyway.
Oh, so they're not too angry then. They were maybe just surprised.
Okay, it's an airplane, but it's not exactly the world's best airplane. As he says, it didn't work very well. Work is spelled W-O-R-K, work, and it's a word power word. So we're going to have to find out more about it right now. All right, so here, yes, we are using work as a verb, not as a noun. So we're not talking about someone's job. We're talking about something working. And that man said that it didn't work. If a machine, for example, that you're talking about is broken, well, then you would say it doesn't work. It doesn't do the job that it is supposed to do, okay? If you make a plan and the plan, everything happens following your plan and you are successful at the end, then you can say your plan works. But if something goes wrong and it's a failure and it doesn't succeed, then you can say your plan didn't work. And yes, broken machines often have to be replaced or fixed when they stop working, when they stop doing the job that they are designed to do. For example, how does this machine work? I can't use it. How does this machine work? I can't use it. I can't get it to do its job. And speaking about the airplane that they crashed into, Wilbur had said, it doesn't matter, it's okay, it doesn't work anyway. So we had that adverb anyway stuck on at the end there.
That's right, and here we're using anyway to show that one thing is not important and we can explain what is important. So that's how we use it. So it's not important that the airplane is broken because it didn't work, okay? We can also use anyway to change the subject or start a conversation or for other things like that. So we could say, anyway, how about them Mets? Something like that. Just change the subject with anyway. So he's saying it doesn't matter because it didn't work. So by saying it didn't work anyway, he's saying it's not important. Don't worry.
Wow, so now the two kids know that they're not in big trouble. That relaxes them a little bit. So Shia decides now is a good time to introduce himself or themselves to these two men. So he says, I'm Shia, and this is my sister Roxy. He's introducing himself to the men. And who are these men?
Well, they very politely, we've got Orville. He replies and says, I'm Orville Wright, and this is my brother, Wilbur.
Orville Wright? Wilbur Wright?
Orville and Wilbur Wright.
Well, if you haven't...
brothers.
That's right. If you haven't figured it out yet, Roxy has. And she said, you're the Wright brothers. She's heard about these guys.
Not the wrong brothers?
Not the wrong brothers.
The Wright brothers.
Not the left brothers. The Wright brothers. Yes, and if you've studied history, you'll know the Wright brothers are the two guys who invented the airplane, or at least the first working version of a powered airplane. So they're very famous in history.
Now Wilbur, he's quite curious. He's like, hang on, you seem to know our names somehow. He says, yes, as in yes, we are the Wright brothers, but how do you know about us? How come we're not that famous?
Interesting. So they haven't invented the airplane yet. They're not famous yet in their time. They're just two bicycle makers from Ohio. Who would know who we are? But Shia tells them and says, we're from the future. So the Wright brothers are figuring out, oh, you might know things that we haven't learned yet. And Shia explains exactly why they know the Wright brothers. And he says, you two are famous for flying the first airplane. Exactly. That's how we know them. That's how they're down in the history books. The two brothers who designed, built, and flew the first airplane. A pretty important thing.
Indeed. Now we have both a phrase and a word to look at here. So let's start by finding out what the word power word famous, F-A-M-O-U-S, famous actually means. So famous is an adjective, and being famous means being known about by many people in many places. For example, this movie is famous in the US. Almost everyone there knows it. This movie is famous in the US. Almost everyone there knows it.